Welcome to the He's Got Issues Marvel Comics Edition number 176.1. I'm John Cooney here to preview new Marvel Comics being released May 27, 2015, beginning alphabetically with all new Hawkeye number 3, What Makes a Hero and What Breaks a Hero. Hawkeye and Hawkeye experience both in one gloriously beautiful issue. Jeff Lemire and Ramon Perez bring you the hotly anticipated series of the season. Next, we have Big Thunder Mountain Railroad number 3 of 5. Get ready for jaw-dropping reveals, flash floods, and mass bandits as Marvel's all-new epic based on Disney's thrill-packed action roars onwards. Abigail Bullion knew there was something strange about her father's mind in Big Thunder Mountain, but she never expected this. Desperate times call for desperate alliances, and a flash flood in a desert town is as desperate as it gets. Plus the shocking truth about the gang of bandits that will change Abby's destiny. We've also got Black Widow number 18. Natasha goes head-to-head with Chaos. Will Natasha be able to bring down the unassailable Prophet? Next we have Inferno number 1. Spinning out of the universe-shattering events of Secret Wars comes a new twist on the XMen classic that's a whole hell of a lot hotter than you remember. 5 years ago, a band of demons rose up out of the fiery depths and turned Manhattan into hell on Earth. The X-Men fought to vanquish the demon horde, and the X-Men failed. Welcome back to the Inferno. On this, the 5th anniversary of Manhattan's fall, Pyotr Rasputin is leading a small band of mutants back into the Inferno. Colossus doesn't know what they'll find on the other side of those flames, but he knows for certain they're not coming back without his sister. We've also got Infinity Gauntlet number 1. Think your life is hard? And when Balkian's family lives in the post-apocalyptic wasteland scrounging for food and avoiding giant bugs intent on eating them. Mom left years ago to join the Nova Force and never came back, so it's just Anwin, her dad, her sister, and her grandpa against the huge insects. That is, until she finds a mysterious stone that may or may not hold incredible cosmic power. Don't miss this incredible new series by Deadpool writer Jerry Dugan and Edge of Spider-Verse writer-artist Dustin Weaver that will set the cosmic table for the Marvel Universe for years to come. Next we have Inhumans, Attilan Rising number 1. There's a rebellion brewing on Battleworld and it stretches far and wide into every domain. Medusa, ruler of Attilan, is tasked with uncovering the leader of this uprising and scuttling it with extreme prejudice. When she discovers the leader of the rebellion is Black Bolt, however, things get complicated. We've also got Iron Fist, the Living Weapon number 12, the incredible grand finale to Kara Andrews' Kung Fu epic. All of Danny Rand's past and present have led to this, the world-shattering battle for the future. Danny Rand versus the One, with two worlds hanging in the balance. No redemption comes without sacrifice. What will become of the Iron Fist? Next we have MODOK Assassin number 1 of 5. In a world populated by the most fearsome thieves, murderers, and ne'er-do-wells, there is one who is a head above the rest. Enter M.O.D.O.K, the mental organism designed only for killing. Killville's very own Merc with a maw is open for business, but his next job may be biting off more than he can chew. We've also got Marvel Universe Ultimate Spider-Man Web Warriors number 7. The Lizard has made his lair in the sewers beneath Midtown High. Spidey and Mary Jane venture into the depths, aided by the janitor Stan, the Man. Next we have Nova number 31. The world is under threat and it's up to Sam Alexander, aka Nova, and his friends Beta Ray Bill, Doc Green, the Guardians of the Galaxy, and Cosmo to save the planet. You won't believe the end of this issue. We've also got Old Man Logan number 1. Enter the Wastelands, a realm where all heroes have been murdered by their arch-enemies, villains who now rule over the land with an iron fist. In the midst of this dystopian chaos, one man may make a difference, a reluctant warrior who was once the greatest mutant of all, a man known as Old Man Logan. Next we have S.H.I.E.L.D. number 6. The mystery's bubbling up since issue 1's stand revealed, and S.H.I.E.L.D., battered, broken, and with no backup, has to somehow protect the Earth from the mindless plague. We've also got Secret Wars 2099 number 1 of 5. When everything ends, it's time to go back to the future. Revisit the world of 2099 and see it in a whole new light as characters who have never been seen before make their first appearances, including the Avengers 2099. Can the ideal of Earth's mightiest heroes survive in a world where mega corporations rule with an iron fist? Next we have Secret Wars Journal number 1 of 5. Is Lady Kate of 1602 the nefarious Hawkeye bandit who robs from the rich and gives to the poor? Can an enslaved band of mutants in Egyptia overthrow their overlord Khonshu? Can you afford not to read the coolest, hippest, most continuity important book in all of Secret Wars? Because this is totally that book. But don't tell anyone, it'll be our little secret. Wars Journal. We've also got Uncanny Avengers Ultron Forever #1. The time-spanning epic comes to a senses-shattering finish as Guardians Avengers versus the massed forces of Ultron. Can the Avengers triumph, or will evil retake the throne of Odin? Plus the dark secret of Doctor Doom, and who is Earth's last Avenger? And we've got Where Monsters Dwell #1 of 5. Garth Ennis returns to Marvel Comics proper, and he's bringing his The Boys collaborator Russ Braun along with him. Fighter planes and dinosaurs collide in this raucous tale that starts with the classic Marvel character Phantom Eagle and digs much deeper. Out in trades this week, we've got All New Invaders Volume 3, The Martians Are Coming trade paperback. Jim Hammond, the original Human Torch, has been driven mad by recent events, and now it's up to Namor to stop his rampage. And in England, Spitfire and Union Jack must face a different kind of invader, one from another world. In 1917, several World War I heroes banded together to battle Martians, and now the invading aliens are back. As the Winter Soldier dispatches the all-new invaders to help Spitfire, Tanulf the Pursuer seeks answers, and Toro emerges from his inhuman cocoon with dangerous new powers. Can the all-new Captain America help him navigate his rebirth? Killraven, the Eternals, and the Inhumans guest stars the invaders struggle to solve the mystery of the Martian invasion. Plus, the team faces Lash and a neo-Nazi threat, but what do they want with Toro and the Iron Cross? Next, we have Deadpool Classics Volume 11, Merc with a Mouth trade paperback. Under contract with AIM, Deadpool ventures into the Savage Land to obtain the ultimate biological weapon, his own dang head. Yep, zombie Deadpool's decapitated head makes its glorious return, and he's tired of being carried around everywhere. Deadpool has to keep his own head on straight if he hopes to survive these Savage Land shenanigans and collect his bounty. Then, as if the zombie thing wasn't enough, it's alternate universe mayhem as Deadpool encounters a multitude of malevolent mirror images. S.H.I.E.L.D. Major Wilson, Wanda Wilson, and the Deadpool Kid. But what happens when Deadpool, AIM agents, and his foxy new ladylove travel into the Marvel Zombieverse to try to return Headpool home? Plus, an extended look at the life and loves of Wanda Wilson, the maniacal Lady Deadpool. Collects Deadpool, Merc with a Mouth #1 through 13, and Lady Deadpool #1. We've also got Deadpool Volume 8, All Good Things trade paperback. It's the end of the road for the Merc with a Mouth, and what better way to celebrate the series' end than to kill Deadpool? Yep, you heard us. First, Deadpool takes a relaxing vacation to the Middle East, where a simple Merc job leads to a violent battle with Omega Red and a journey into the Tomb of Scariness with Shikla. Then, Ultimatum comes at Deadpool for revenge, and he has no choice but to take them on. All of them, every single guy. And in one final flashback feast, we revisit the Infinity Gauntlet crossover. What would Deadpool do if he got the gauntlet from Thanos? Plus a slew of bonus stories by special guest writers showcasing Deadpool's closest friends and allies. Also, spoiler, Deadpool dies at the end. Collects Deadpool number 41 through 44 and number 250. Next, we have Deathlock Volume 1, Control-Alt-Delete trade paperback. A medic who travels to war zones to heal the wounded, Henry Hayes has no idea that when he's in the field, he's activated by the mysterious biotech group and becomes the ultimate weapon of assassination in war, Deathlock. But now other parties, good and bad, are taking an interest in him. Deathlock tackles globetrotting missions, including racing the clock in the Philippines, infiltrating a hostage situation in Stuttgart, Germany, taking on an aerial assault on a battlefield, and even stopping an airplane in mid-flight. Meanwhile, S.H.I.E.L.D. agent Andrea Hope investigates Henry Hayes, and she'll go to an Avenger for help. As Domino finds Michael Collins, the previous Deathlock, Henry Hayes lands in the hospital while searching for his daughter, but will S.H.I.E.L.D. or Biotech track him down first? Collects Deathlock 1 through 5 and material from Original Sins #1. Next, we have Giant Size X-Men 40th Anniversary hardcover. Celebrate the birthday of the book that made a giant-size impact on comics. Revisit the fateful day that Professor X gathered an all-new, all-different, multinational mix of mutants as Storm, Nightcrawler, Colossus, Banshee, Sunfire, Thunderbird, and some guy named Wolverine unite with Cyclops in the rescue tale that ushered in 4 decades of uncanny adventures. See how the original team reacted to the newly expanded roster, learn the tragic histories of Colossus and Wolverine, ask yourself what if they all died or never even met, and savor the explosive epic that revealed the group's true deadly genesis and the ill-fated existence of a previous team. Collecting Giant Size X-Men #1 and 3 and 4, Classic X-Men #1, X-Men Origins Colossus #1, X-Men Origins Wolverine #1, X-Men Deadly Genesis 1 through 6, What If #9 and 23, and material from X-Men Gold #1. Next we have Guardians 3000 Volume 1 Time After Time trade paperback. The original classic Guardians of the Galaxy return. Vance Astro, Yondu, Martinex, Starhawk, and Charlie 27 fight to save the 31st century from the Badoon, but they soon discover an even worse threat. Time is collapsing, the very future is in danger, and the only possibility of salvation relies on the Guardian's shoulders. But as the team finds themselves caught in a death trap, and Vance encounters a Guardian that has been wiped from all memory, they must find a doorway into the past to save the future, and that means striking a deal with the most dangerous being in the galaxy. Even with allies like Star-Lord and the Last Nova, can the Guardians meet their greatest challenge, not just guarding the galaxy, but saving the universe? Collects Guardians 3000 1-5 and material from Guardians of the Galaxy number 14. We've also got Nick Fury, Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. Classic Volume 3 trade paperback. Nick Fury and his poker buddies Thing, Mr. Fantastic, and Captain America play for high stakes against the Mandarin, but it could soon be Baron Strucker's Hydra that holds all the cards. When terrorists attack, S.H.I.E.L.D. Central falls. The Avengers and the Fantastic Four join the fight, but after heavy losses, Nick launches a recruitment drive for new agents. Will Wolverine respond? Then old One-Eye could be about to learn that infinity isn't forever as he hunts for the formula that keeps him relatively young. Will the search kill both him and the cyborg known as Deathlock? And when a group of villains unleash havoc on the helicarrier, they threaten an early end to the careers of Ivory, Knockabout, Cyborg, and Violence, the brand new super agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Next we have Nightcrawler Volume 2 Reborn trade paperback. Not long ago, Nightcrawler was dead. Now Kurt Wagner struggles to find his place in the land of the living once again, but ever since his best friend Wolverine died, the struggle is much more difficult. Nightcrawler tries to honor Wolverine's legacy by carrying on as a teacher in an X-Men, but Bloody Bess has other plans for him, and Nightcrawler finds himself in over his head when the Shadow King attacks. Haunted by lost loved ones, Nightcrawler must try to overcome the darkness in his soul to protect those nearest and dearest to him, and prevent the Shadow King's influence from spreading across the multiverse. But will he take his one-man war too far? Nightcrawler is believed that heaven cast him out because his work on Earth wasn't finished. Now he may just finish it. Collects Nightcrawler number 7-12. We've also got Thanos Vs Hulk trade paperback. Cosmic legend and fan favorite creator Jim Starlin delivers an epic tale of smash versus space as the Emerald Avenger goes head to head with the Mad Titan. It's bad enough that the Hulk has been kidnapped by Pip the Troll and traded to Annihilus, Lord of the Negative Zone. But things get worse when Thanos is thrown into the mix. Annihilus plots to exploit the Hulk in a most unexpected fashion, but Thanos soon launches some Machiavellian machinations of his own. As Annihilus gains vast new might, the Hulk rampages through the Negative Zone with Annihilus' perennial rival Blaster in hot pursuit. But when Thanos' devious scheme comes to a head, can Hulk survive? And can Thanos withstand the Hulk's pure physical power unleashed? Find out right here. Collects Thanos vs Hulk 1-4 and Warlock number 12. And we've got Wolverines Volume 2 Claw, Blade, and Fang trade paperback. Logan's remains are located, but who winds up keeping them? Mr. Sinister's cause hits home with more than one team member. Does this mean a change in allegiance? Meanwhile, Mystique's power play kicks into full gear as she obtains one of the last control words, and with it the power to get everything she ever wanted. And Lady Deathstrike is finally realizing that she doesn't have to be alone. But will this moment of vulnerability come back to stab her? And what happens when Wolverine's old buddy Fang shows up and gets under Dakin's skin? As Shogun quite literally battles his inner demon, Phantom Eel and Culpepper undertake a mission they're not prepared for, while Victor Creed, a truly changed man after the events of Axis, finds himself with a drastic new outlook on life. Collects Wolverines number 6-10. Alright, so that's it for Marvel this week, but there's still plenty of other books out as well, so be sure to check out my YouTube channel at he'sgotissues.com to see both the DC and Indies videos for this week, as well as my featured video with the usual roundup of all my favorites for the week, with a little more depth and insight than you get here. And if you like these videos, be sure to let me know by leaving a comment and subscribing. You can also follow He's Got Issues on Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, Tumblr, and Instagram to see everything I'm reading as I read it. So until next week, I'm John Cooney, and I've got issues.